Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Friday Night Pint here live. It is just the two of us. Don't worry, we can make it if we try.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try.
It don't take much to get him start singing, does it?
I'm in a happy mood. I got my little boozy slushes.
He's got his slush puppy, alcohol slush puppies. But yeah, obviously we're talking about the latest going-ons with West Ham. Sullivan apparently coming out and saying that he will probably sell if we get promoted. We're going to dive into all the meanings of that. Somerville apparently not wanting to go to Spurs out of respect for West Ham. What is going on with our transfers? Are we signing anyone? What is this Nils flipping geezer doing, if anything? And all the latest stuff and anything else that comes up. So, yeah, everyone's having a good Friday.
Yeah. Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday.
What have you been doing all week, Dan? What have you been doing?
What have I been doing all week?
Yeah.
That's
we normally catch up on Friday.
Eh?
We normally catch up on a Friday. That's what Friday
yeah, we do normally catch up on a Friday. Yeah, do you know what? It don't feel like it's been a blur this week. It's been a blur. So I got my Twitter back. That's what I've been doing. I'm trying to get my Twitter back.
That's how much
I'm back, baby. Oh, no, listen, it was a massive, long battle all month. And I got it back, and I believe it's secured. So I'm back on there. That was a relief.
I was having do you know what? I woke up ill this morning. I was meant to go to a shoot. I couldn't make it to the shoot. I was ill. And I got a chest infection. I took a couple of tablets. I'm all right now. But I was having a good think this morning, right?
Yeah.
And I want everyone in the chat to answer me this question, yeah? And we're watching a lot of ghost hunting YouTube things, yeah?
Oh,
and you know they go to ghost hunting and they see things like popping around the corner and, you know, they see things walking at the background, right? Now, you see things popping around the corner in the distance, yeah? Yeah? Right. And then the person will turn away and run away, right? Now, answer me this question right now, right? Ghosts have been about for millions of years, right, they reckon, right? And ghosts are, as someone said, I'm echoing you're in, right? So ghosts are, no one's ever caught an image of a ghost. And if you ever see ghosts, right, it's always on some camera that's 480p, right? Let me just say this, yeah? If you're ever in a room with a ghost, right, why don't they run towards the ghost with the camera?
Because they're scared. They're scared.
Right, now, right, because they're scared, right? So it's always in the distance, right? The first person, I'm telling you this now, the first person that catches a ghost on camera and has a chat with a ghost, right, will be a not millionaire, a billionaire. Yeah? He will be a multi-billionaire if he sells his footage. Yeah? First person with a ghost. They always fucking run away. Why do they run away? The first person who catches a ghost on camera will be a multi-billionaire. Why do they always run away? I don't care how scared you are. There's a ghost in the room. Run towards it with a camera. Because if you catch a fucking ghost on camera, you'll be a billionaire.
No, you won't. Because everyone would just say it's AI or CGI or anything.
No, they won't.
It can be no way to prove it.
It can be proven. It can be proven. It can be proven if you catch it on the camera. It can be proven, right? But run towards the camera, you'll be a billionaire. There can't be that many people who are scared.
A billionaire. You haven't. Do you know what? I'm trying to because this will go down a whole thing. But you haven't thought of the business. What you get $1 billion for? Like just having that footage, you're going to get $1 billion. Someone's going to go, oh fucking hell, that's a ghost.
Take your footage to every newspaper and say, I'll sell you this footage for £1 million. Right? There's 1,000 newspapers around the world. They will all buy it off you. If you had a chat with a ghost, they will all buy it off you for £1 million. Guaranteed. Probably 10 million.
No, because you've sold it to one and they've got the first. No. So you're not gonna, not every paper's gonna sell you for this is just nonsense. Oh God. Fucking hell. But yeah, I feel like we need a separate podcast to get into all the nitty gritty of that, to be honest with you. There's a lot of hurdles, but when it comes to
about this week anyway,
honestly, when it comes to a ghost that's been haunting West Ham, Sullivan is still floating around. Now, according to Hammer's News, which have positioned themselves apparently as Sullivan's late new mouthpiece, they've been posting quotes from him before. It seems like Claret and Hugh are out. Hammer's News are in. And the quote, I will get it up exactly. But he's basically saying that he will probably sell the club. If West Ham gets promoted, he's wanting to take a back seat. He's taking a back seat for the good of the club. He loves the club, so he's taking a back seat. Let me get the exact quote. I've taken a back seat. I love the club and I'll be watching games as a supporter. I will probably sell when we are back in the Premier League, but it's a big decision and it needs a lot of thought. Now let's go on the let's say he has said this, which it sounds like it's something he would say, and it's like something he would do. Like, it makes sense to me for him because he wants to sell his shares when they're at their most valuable, and right now they're at their least valuable. So for him, he wants to hold on. He realizes, and I've said this before, if he can't run the show and he can't even be on the board, there's no reason for him to keep his shares, because it's not like he's just going to make a ton of money by just having the shares. There's no business sense for him to cash in and make a massive profit. So when it comes down to it, I see why he wouldn't sell now. I want him to sell now, obviously. Kretinsky still hasn't bought the gold shares. That's still getting sorted. So Sullivan is still the majority shareholder. Once Kretinsky's purchase of the gold shares goes through, then he becomes Kretinsky becomes majority shareholder. Sullivan goes down. So I want him gone now, but being realistic, that makes sense. I understand it, and that will be the icing on the cake. West Ham get promoted, and Sullivan's gone. I just hope it don't cost us a exciting takeover in the process. And we'll talk about, there was a story that come out with someone linked to buying it, and I'll come up after we get Nicky's perspective on this.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I haven't seen the interview, right? And I haven't seen it on purpose. Who published the interview?
Hammer's News. Well, it's not an interview. It's so Hammer's News have positioned themselves kind of as the new Claret and Hugh, right? Is they'll email Sullivan and get a quote or something, and then they will write an article about it. So
don't visit Hammer's News. Don't visit them. They're talking to David Sullivan right now after all of this sex case stuff. Don't bother.
Yeah, it's not a good look. It's not a good look.
That's my opinion. They've done that twice now. Yeah, don't read it. I don't want to know what that little cunt says. I'll be honest, I haven't read it. But if they are talking to David Sullivan right now after everything that he's been through, Hammer's News, I think you might be worse than fucking Claret and Booze. Or Claret and... Who is it? Claret and Hugh. Sorry, not Claret, but sorry, Nick. But yeah, you might be worse than fucking Claret and Hugh, because he's out of the club. He's disgraced. He's been put on a fucking, what do you call it? A watch list from being kids. He's been outed out of the club for being a fucking, at the very least, a creepy cunt. And these cunts are still emailing him.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's people, you know, they've obviously seen a gap in the market now since Claret and Hugh. And fair play, like, everything.
A little thing, sorry, Dan. I'm going to tell you a little thing about Claret and Hugh, Booze, right? Claret and Hugh, right? Now, I made an inquiry to buy Claret and Hugh a little while back. Yeah. I wanted to buy them and I was going to shut them down. All right. We got told it was 300 grand to buy Claret and Hugh. That's how much money they make. Yeah. I told them to stick it up their ass because from what I know, they are losing money now. Sorry. How can I fucking... There you go. Yeah, they were losing money. So they will go bust. Yeah, they will go bust eventually. If they're losing money now, yeah, during transfer season, they're going to lose money, right? Now, it seems like Hammer's News are taking over, yeah? So abandon them cunts and don't give them Claret and Booze, Claret and... I can't even say Claret and Booze. Claret and Hughes money, because as far as I'm concerned, whoever's fucking emailing David Sullivan right now, he's a cunt. You know what I mean? But in terms of Sullivan is a cockroach. He will be still on this earth if the earth was set on fire. He will be the only one about. It'll be him, cockroaches, and fucking what they call it, tadpoles, in it or something like that, right? It will be him. You will never get rid of that cunt. Let's hope we do go up, right? Because he's trying to position himself in a position of power right now. Right, he's trying to position himself in a position of power when he's got no power. That's what he is. He's a fucking, he's a power player, right? Now, he says if we go up, I'll sell. Now he might get outed anyway if he gets convicted because he could fail the fit and proper owner test, right? Now Harry remained an owner for 3 years. Why he wasn't allowed to watch the women's team and the kids' team because of a fucking of a ban. Now you have to. I mean, you must have to be a fucking snidey cunt if they can't ban you for that, right? But if he gets found guilty, now there's many people saying they wasn't aware of it and all that. Now they are aware of it, right? He should be outed in a fit and proper test, right? I think he's trying to drum up some interest in his shares. But I think, obviously, Kretinsky is a smart man. Kretinsky's done the thing. He's diluted his shares and, he's taken control of the club. A bit of a hostile takeover. But this cunt here, right, what he's saying there is he will sell because he is not in any power, Dan, in the position he is now. There's no power there. He has got no... He could, he got his shares diluted. Can you imagine the fucking fury on that cunt's face when he found out that he invested that money and he couldn't invest the money? Yeah. Can you imagine how fucking angry he was? It must have been an absolute fucking sight to see, right? Because somebody said there's no dilution. Well, I heard there was, right? So even if there ain't, he's not the majority shareholder anymore. Yeah. So he's got no power, right? But even if
for the dilution,
he didn't get it,
he has to invest the money.
He could get ousted anyway, right? He's got no power in this game, no power at all. Yeah, he is fucked, to be honest with you. And I'll be honest, right? It is. I am so happy watching this football club at the minute. I know there is no signings, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But it's just it's like a breath of fresh air going over there. I went over there the other day. And there was a photographer giving away the away shirts to have photos done in. Have you ever seen that before? I haven't. Never. Nothing like that, right? So there is... What's the cat called? It's called Roxy. Yeah, so it's... it's just a breath of fresh air at the club at the minute. And I don't know whether he's just angry that we're happy. You know what I mean? Like, because we are happy. He hasn't gone out and spent a ton of money, Kretinsky. Like, a lot of people are telling me that we haven't got no money yet. We've got to get more people out to get people in, which we'll talk about a bit later. But it's just a breath of fresh air. It is a breath of fresh air going over there in a minute. Everyone's happy. Everyone's talking. It feels like a dark cloud has lifted over this club. And then when the dark cloud lifts over it, who comes along to put the dark cloud back over it again? This little cunt. I don't want to hear from him. He has got no more power, right? And he has stopped talking to everyone, apparently, right? Or they don't want to talk to him. Yeah, we've heard all of this. The one that's carrying it on is Hammers News. Fuck Hammers News off. Don't let this geezer have any more power. Look at the fucking stuff that's going on at the club at the minute. There are things going on in private. We haven't had that for years. Years and years and years. Like, it's a breath of fresh air, yeah? And don't support people that want to put that geezer's propaganda back out there still. Just don't support them. Like, he's gone. He knows nothing. He ain't even in the ballroom anymore. You don't even need to hear from him. Why are they emailing him? As a West Ham fan says, Mark Pendleton says, he feeds off the hate. And that's what they're doing. They're peddling his hate here. It needs to stop. And I said this about content creators the other day. Weston said, everyone's fucked off. What Hammers News have done is they try to pick up the mantle, take that as a fucking, a way to make money because Hammers, Claret and Hugh is now losing money. So just don't support him, because the more he feeds into it, the more we're sitting here talking about it now. I don't want to be talking about this geezer anymore. I really don't. But
Well, while he's
he's
still
a
connected
shareholder,
to the club, we're
but
going
there is no other way to hear from him now.
Yeah,
You're muted.
What?
Your mic's muted.
Am I? Am I muted? 1 2 1 2. Is it just on your end? Hold up. I've got audio coming through. Can anyone hear me in the chat?
How much would you get for a photo of a ghost of a Bigfoot and UFO? You'd be a billionaire.
Can the chat hear me? Dan ain't muted. We can hear both. It's you silly cunt.
Can anyone hear him? He can hear me both. Oh, it must be. It's my speakers.
It's you fucking donut. Bloody hell.
Captured on the speaker button.
Oh my God.
Oh, there you go.
No wonder he's been ignoring me all this time.
Sorry, mate. No, I'm going to do that in future. Just turn you off. It was nice just chatting.
Oh yeah, listen. Let's have another fucking take each other in and out battle again. Yeah. Honestly, what was I going to say? Right, no, we're going to obviously keep it hearing and talking about. It'll be a topic of conversation, Sullivan, as long as he shares are here, because we want to know when he's selling up and fucking off, and that's what we want.
I don't really want to know. Like he's in the background at the minute, yeah, and at the minute he's got nothing to do with it. We ain't heard from him since the sex case, yeah. We ain't heard from him at all. The only people we've heard from him both times is Amma's News. Don't keep him relevant. He loves it. He spent 10 years, and Sean Wetson told you he spent 10 years shoving his shit down your throats through him. Yeah? He spent 10 years doing it, right? Upsetting you all, winding you all up, leaking transfer news. It's all been him. It all got confirmed it was him leaking all this shit. Yeah? He's gone. He's got no more power. He don't even know what's going on in the ballroom. Why is someone still interviewing him? He's got no power here. I don't want to hear from the geezer. He can be a shareholder as long as he likes. He don't run this club anymore. He's in the background. He's not even allowed back here. So I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit, to be honest with you. But there we go.
As we talk
the less
about...
I hear from him, the better. And why people like Amma's News are shoveling shit down your throats, it'll keep on being relevant. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's and we'll talk about there's news of potential buyers that I'll talk about now, which Claret and Hugh have before. Do you know, I have to say, like, fair play to Claret and Hugh. Like, they've done a lot of stuff that a lot of fans haven't liked over the years, but fair play to them for, stopping communicating with Sullivan once this has come out. And it's now...
Fuck them and all. They can go stick it out their arse.
Well, I'll just say, it's obviously like now they've decided to not do it anymore, like to not communicate with Sullivan. Now someone else is picking up the slack and capitalizing on it.
There'll always be some cunt. There'll always be some cunt that picks up the slack. But what you've got to do is not stop reading it. I mean, we're talking about it. We're just as bad, but don't support that sort of website. Like that Claret and Hugh, I tried to buy it for a fucking reason. I tried to buy that website and I tried to turn it into a charity website for the food banks. That's what I was going to try and do. 300 grand because they're greedy. They're losing money, so it'll go bust. So we'll end up getting it for fuck all. Yeah. But 300 grand they wanted for that website. That's how much shit they were shoving down your throat, that they was earning £10,000 a month. That's how much they was earning. £10,000 a month for shoving shit down your throat. Is shit. Yeah. So don't let them fucking stop and then go to another one and fucking let them start doing it. Because listen, I don't want this to be like that club anymore. Why we're keeping him relevant is still dominating our thoughts, and I don't like it, Dan.
Yeah, well, Claret and Hugh reported that the Reuben family are the ones that are interested in acquiring Sullivan's shares. They're said to be the second wealthiest family in the UK. Apparently, they've got investment in Newcastle, which means they'd have to sell their shares in Newcastle to acquire Sullivan shares, which is understandable. Maybe they don't have as much sway at Newcastle, and those are a lot of shares to buy up for Sullivan. So I don't know too much about this Reuben family or whatever, but if the price was right, Sullivan's apparently said that if we go up, he'll probably sell. That doesn't mean he's definitely not going to sell now if the right offer comes along. But at the moment, I don't think you can be a shareholder in multiple clubs. Although I'm sure,
Premier League.
Yeah, in the Premier League, but yeah, so I'm not sure exactly what the rules are. So that would be a little bit of a stumbling block. But apparently they're worth £28 billion, which is insane.
Yeah, you can't spend it.
So yeah,
as Newcastle and fucking Aston Villa have fucking told you, you can't spend it at all.
Yeah. Well, no, that's it because of the rules. But having it. But this is the thing: having that money where you can, if you can't go and splash it on the pitch, you can go invest it in infrastructure, facilities, all of that stuff.
Yeah. And I'm sure this geezer will. He's done it at Prague.
So
he's got previous for doing it. So
that's what we want. But it's taken longer, I think, than we anticipated. Here, Kretinsky getting these shares. Now the dilution of shares was to said that if he pumps in that £90 million,
he did,
and Sullivan doesn't invest the money, then his shares get diluted.
He did.
Sullivan shares don't.
Did Sullivan invest money then?
No. What I'm saying is Kretinsky hasn't. That's why there's no dilution at the moment. What?
I thought he did.
I don't think it's happened yet. He hasn't even acquired the gold shares. He's not the majority. Sullivan is still majority shareholder. Yeah, so when someone says, it's a loan, so it won't be diluted. Yeah, if it is a loan, then the dilution doesn't happen. If it is a loan, like I said, that was all. We don't know 100% if it's going to be a loan, if he's going to try and dilute the shares. He doesn't need to dilute the shares if he buys the gold shares or the majority of them, because he becomes a majority shareholder anyway.
And not the way they've been selling players, mate.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Obviously, it's been confirmed that Somerville has gone. The fees have been a bit iffy, whether it was 60, 65, 67 million.
80 million euros.
Yeah, right. They're between Fabrizio and Ornstein, they've been promoting different figures. So yeah, great bit of business for Somerville when some clubs were offering us 30 to 40 million. We've gone and got that. And it's apparently, according to Athletic, he didn't want to go to Spurs out of respect. His preferred destination in the Prem was Manchester United. If he was going to stay in the Prem, he would have wanted to go Manchester United and not to Spurs out of respect for the rivalry.
If they would have offered him the same money, Dan, that he was offered at Al Hilal, he'd have walked there on his fucking knees.
Yeah, but that's a stupid thing to say. That's just if you offered me 16 million a year, I'd go fucking work for Spurs.
So what happened to the respect then?
Yeah, but what does Ted DiBiase say? What's his catchphrase? What's the $1 million man's catchphrase? Exactly. Everyone's got a price.
Then don't talk nonsense.
But you've got a price.
There's no respect there.
But there's shit that you say, but you've got a price. So it's not nonsense. He's talking about in a realistic setting. Spurs would never offer him. That's just a fantasy scenario. Spurs will never offer him 16 million a year.
But if they did, he would have been crawling there on his hands and knees.
You would crawl on your hands and knees for 16
I'm not a millionaire.
So what? What's that got to do with anything?
I just think it's nonsense, mate. I just think it's nonsense. Geezer, don't talk to me about respect, right? When you refuse to turn up for a fucking kit launch and have your photo taken. Wouldn't leave his house, I heard. Listen, I'm glad the geezer's gone. Listen, he went there for money. Yeah.
You changed your tune before we was recording, before we went live. Since we've gone live, we changed his tune.
What do you mean? No.
When we was talking before, you can fair play.
Good on him for going to Al Hilal, right? But don't sit there and talk about respect, yeah? Don't talk about respect. The geezer's got no respect. Where was his respect for Leeds when he left him for us? There wasn't none.
Well, they was in the Championship. We was in the Premier League.
So are we.
We ain't rivals with Leeds. We ain't Leeds' rival.
No, but he disrespected.
Are we Leeds' rival?
I don't want him talking about.
I know Leeds fans have got the ump with you because you said we was definitely staying up and they were definitely going down. I know that's the rivalry it built up, but we're not their rivals.
No.
Listen,
I said, but where was his respect? He still fucked him over. He still refused to play. So,
But if he did, then it's not good. But at the end of the day, it's worked out very well for. Well, he hasn't. This isn't an interview. This is what the Athletic are reporting.
Yeah. All right.
So it's not like he's come out and said, "Hello, everyone. I've got respect for West Ham. I want everyone to know I respect West Ham." This is a report. That's like, you know. Well, yeah, it's obviously come from somewhere, but he's not coming out and saying it. It's like saying someone reporting that you've donated money to charity versus you going, "Hello, everyone. I donate money to charity. I'm charitable." Like, you're the one who's bigging yourself up and trying to get the credit. But at the end of the day, the move has worked out best for West Ham United, and that's the most important thing.
It's such good money. The business them two have done, Kutinski and the geezer. I think it's the geezer. I forget his name. I keep on forgetting his name.
Karim Varane.
He's doing the negotiating. What a fucking cracking job that geezer's doing. What a fucking cracking job. If that's true and he's doing the negotiating, what a cracking job. 85 million for Fernandes and then 70 million basically for him. And I said
the Mail actually reported that he's been running West Ham while Niels Coppin is basically getting his feet under the table, getting his data-led approach sorted, you know. And that, so since he's come in, Karim Varane's been basically running the club, and which means you've got to give him credit for the sale of Fernandes for 85 and the sale of Somerville for just under 70 mil. Like, you've got to give him the credit.
Right? What was we being told? This is fucking fans for you, right? When we were selling Somerville, you're not going to get any more than 40 for him. So what would that say for Somerville? 20, 25? Get your money back, right? Right. So according to all of them Tottenham fans and all that who were buying it at the time, we weren't, Man United fans especially, we weren't getting more than £60 million for the pair of them. We've got £150 million. Pounds. Yeah. That is fucking mental. And I mean, you go back to the days, we'll bring up Sullivan again, but you go back to the days of Sullivan when he was selling the likes of Haller and Skamaka for half the money that he bought them for. Them days are done now. You know, we seem to be running, you know, there was a famous Mark Noble quote 10 years ago. We ain't running like a circus anymore. No, I don't think we're running like a circus anymore. You know what I mean? I think it was a bigger fucking circus than ever last season. You know what I mean? But yeah, and that's the thing. Imagine if, and that's, you know, why they're doing such a cracking job, and people like Hammers News are, you know, he's probably jealous because he would have sold them two for 80 million quid. That would have been all we got from him. That would have been it. He'd have panicked like he did with Kudus last year.
Shout out to DL. He says, "Oh, and I've got a message from Andy to read out." It was DL 2 bad super chat. Nicky is 2 slushies away from live streaming a Ouija. Shout out to Andy Miles, member of 11 months. Happy Friday, gents. No news is good news on all fronts. ITK bare minimum being run right now from top to bottom. Togetherness on the pitch. Also, coming your irons. Yeah, fair play. Cheers for the support for the 11 months, Andy. Hope you're well, mate. But yeah, like I said on my recently reclaimed Twitter account, I think Karim should be gone from interim CEO to permanent CEO. I think he's done enough in this time. And what a tumultuous time to come and take over and take the reins. You know, I think with Brady leaving, with a load of executives, you know, all this Sullivan stuff, us getting relegated, like it must be one of the hardest times to come and take over and run this club. And to do it the way he has, and to help steady the ship behind the scenes, get these sales done over the line before this Niels Coppin has done anything. Like, listen, I'm not writing off Niels Coppin, but we're starting to wonder, like, all right, mate, you've been announced like for a month now, whatever it is. When you're going to start, get those feet right under the table and start getting to work, son.
To be fair,
we all kind of want to know that.
I know we've got 2 weeks now to the season starts. And I know we haven't signed anyone. We've kept hold of a hell of a lot of players. We should have enough there to coast us to make some signings till the end of September or wherever it is, August, right? We should have enough to coast us over the first couple of games. I don't know whether to take it as good news or bad news with the fact that we ain't signing anyone. Because I could turn around and go, well, he's been here for a month and all that. Is a month enough to scout players, do your due diligence on them and get them in? I don't know. I don't work in that sort of that sort of industry of the game.
Nuno must have targets with men. There must be, because Nuno's still the boss.
I just think they're doing it a little bit different. And we trust me now, we will make signings. We will make signings, right? But if listen, I can't say whether it is or not, right? But sometimes I think, how many times, Dan, have we got to a transfer? Last season was fucking case in point. Was it last season or the season before when we got stuck with Fulkrug? We was after, who's the kid's name? Duran, yeah? We started threatening fucking Aston Villa about Duran, saying we're going to pay 30, 35 million for him and that's it, right? And then they went and fucking paid 25 million pound for Fulkrug. Yeah? Because they panicked. They started fucking, they couldn't get Duran over the line. An extra 5 million quid would have got Duran, by the way, which is fucking mental. Listen, Duran ain't hit the world alight or set the world on fire, but you never know. Come to us, he could have a different trajectory pathway for his career, right? And we wouldn't be stuck with that fucking useless German cunt. Do you know what I mean? So...
Yeah. But this is the thing, and look, I'm not panic stations right now, but he ain't got much time. I don't want to wait and start signing everyone the last week of the window. We go into this. You'd have to think that the guy, in his capacity, has a database, right? He has a database. Nuno has ideas of who he wants. Nuno's still the final say when it comes to transfers, anyway. So between him and Mendes, we've been linked with names galore, but we need, because I think we have got a good group. We're keeping Premier League level players, but we need some quality of that's experienced with the Championship. We need some grip. We need some pace. We need a little bit more steel in midfield, and we need depth. With the amount of games, 46 games, not including the Carabao and the FA Cup, we need more depth in there. And the youngsters, like I said, I've been massively impressed with the youngsters in pre-season. From what I've seen, players like Ajala and Fearon and Gullenbeckis, but still, it's pre-season friendly. You can't just go in and go, well, they've looked impressive in there. I want them to be a part of the plans, but I don't want us to have to rely on them. And then we're in that situation. I still think we need some more in midfield, some more in defence, and then we need to replace, because we can't go in. If Cornet is our first choice on the left wing, we're in trouble. I mean, fans were singing, "We thought you were dead," to him at the game the other day. I mean, that says it all.
Was he there? I was there. I didn't hear him singing that.
Yeah, I see you on the camera, fucking not even facing the pitch.
Yeah, I was like, dog.
I see you and Dom, right, and you've got your back to it, and I see you with that fucking that shirt on, by the way. So we don't know if them OK Jersey shirts are too tight for you to wear now, because I see you bloody wearing.
No, that was a custom made one. Thank you very much. That ain't an OK Jersey. It's a custom made shirt.
It was made by OK Jersey.
Oh, okay, all right. There's an OK Jersey there. I'm gonna go and get it. I'll put it on and I'll show you how tight it is. Yeah.
All right, that one looked tight. The one you were wearing looked tight, and you didn't seem to mind. You wore it in public.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit snug, but yeah, but it's it is. Yeah, I didn't realise he was there, to be honest with you. But then again, I did spend 40 minutes lining up for a hot dog and just hanging around.
Yeah, I know. I said you weren't look, but he did come on. Like, he basically made a wholesale change.
Yeah,
changed the whole squad except for Gullenbeckis, I think it was, in the second half. And Cornet, he's our senior left wing, so I don't give Cornet a chance. Liam says, listen, he's had chances. And I was excited when we signed Cornet because I saw him at Burnley and I thought he was a good player. He had some mysterious injury after we signed him that they wouldn't tell us what it was. He's never been the same since. He also don't know the offside rule. So I think the ship sailed on Cornet. And so I would like to see us get some pace on that side and replace him and get some cover for Bowen. And just make sure we got the depth in, get some experience. And I see, I don't know who said it, but I agreed with it, is that what we need to sign is basically like this year's the current Jared Bowen of the Championship, right? Whoever that player is, that is ready to make that step up, try and side, because we're a draw. We're a draw in the championship.
I have got a feeling that it's going to be
Go
Alford. You know,
what?
I reckon Alford's going to step up this year.
Listen, I wouldn't like to just rely on it.
I'm not saying we're going to rely on it, but I'm just saying if we don't get anyone in, I think Alford will get picked, and I think Alford will become a good player. That's my prediction. We'll do a prediction show in next week, I reckon.
Yeah, we'll try and get us all together. Yeah, so I think when it comes to it, yeah, Ward-Prowse is another interesting conundrum. I was really surprised to see how much he's featured in the preseason. There was rumours that him and Nuno have buried the hatchet and have made up. And I think he would be an asset in the championship. I think that's his level now.
He bought him a wig.
Yeah.
Sorry, boss.
Don't call him Baldy anymore. Yeah, I think he'll be an asset in the championship, and his experience in the, as a player, I think he'd be good. He'd be good. And then we've got Souček to come back. So there's some experienced players, but I think we need to go and sign some championship quality. Some championship quality that we can come and get in their experience.
We need to go and find the next Bowen. That's what we need to go and do.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And the thing is, we are a big club. We're a big enough club to attract them as well.
We've got the pool. We could go to
the draw we're playing in front of.
We could go to the
people. We could literally rate that championship of anyone. You know what I mean? Like we could go and get anybody out of that championship, and they would be ours.
Yeah, that's it. You go, you pay the money, and you go and get the players and the ones that are ready to step up that no one else is pinching, and then you're in a good place. But yeah, I want to see more pace in the team, and I want to see more grit in the midfield. I know like Kante is still looking promising. I still think he's a little bit raw. We've got Souček to come back, but we need some engine. We don't want people just running through the midfield.
I mean, we've got Magassa. I don't know what's really happened to him.
I don't know where he's been.
I
don't know where he's been.
We have still got Alvarez at the moment. I'd like to see Alvarez come back. Yeah, I don't think he will come back, but I'd like to see him.
I think he goes.
Yeah.
I think he goes. Apparently, Diouf is now being met with interest from clubs like Brentford and a few other Premier League clubs. He's one of the ones that was named. I think they want to keep. They're sort of looking to keep everyone, but they're looking at probably Diouf as a possible sale. So yeah, we'll see what happens there.
I mean, he's gone from wanting to go to Liverpool to go to Brentford, and I'm not disrespecting Brentford, but it seems a little bit Czech Coyote from not Czech Coyote. What was his name? The other geezer.
Yeah, Diarmi.
Diarmi, yeah.
I mean, the thing is though, Hull was in the Prem with us. So Brentford is a step up from West Ham right now because they're in the
moment.
So
yeah.
Like, but it's not like the long.
It's not Man United who were touting for him. You know what I mean? Like, and I said,
to be fair though, Brentford is a better stepping stone to Man United or Liverpool now because it is in the Prem versus us.
Yeah, probably.
He has a great season for them,
and they're in Europe. So
yeah, they're in Europe. So look, if he goes, I think he'd be good in the Championship, although I'm not wedded to him because I mean, the second half of last season he fell off a cliff. Even his crossing, which we was raving about him, started to deteriorate massively. And I think you have Scholes and then you sign another left back, maybe an experience. I think Scholes has looked all right. Then, yeah, I'm not mad at it. I can see Wan-Bissaka going, which, again, I'm not mad at. Kyle Walker-Peters, I think, is, done a good job last season, even though he gave that penalty away. I'm not judging players off pre-season.
By the way, I was talking about Mavropanos the other night on the fan cams. He wasn't in the squad. No, there was an illness going around the squad. But I don't know whether you heard, but Saliba is out for a long, long time for Arsenal. And it's got nothing to do with Mavropanos. I just wanted to know how happy I was that Saliba's going to be out for a long, long time. That'd be fucked up with their fucking title defence, wouldn't it? Go and wear your West Ham number fucking 19 shirts now, you pricks.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, right? And you do, because Mavropanos has been linked with Arsenal. If they do, out of desperation, come for Mavropanos, and we know they're desperate, you slap a serious price tag on it.
Yeah, that's it.
40 mil or something.
They're getting stones apparently.
I can't. He's so. I know they like to sign bigger clubs cast-offs, but he just.
I think Stones
so
will be all right for them until he comes back. I reckon. Really.
Yeah, but I can't see that move happening. He's just Mr. Man City. Like
Arsenal want Conser. Yeah, they want to hope fucking Chelsea don't come along. What Chelsea gets.
Is it Conser's cost money? So yeah, like I think for us, it seems they really want to keep what's his name, Mavropanos. I think Tati stays. I'm still not convinced by Pablo. Again, I'm not trying to be super critical on pre-season, but I just think he's not a footballer. Like I just look at him on the ball and he just looks a disaster.
He does work hard.
He works hard. Look, and he did well for I think he got an assist for Ward-Prowse. He worked hard for that. He is a workhorse and great off the ball. As soon as you ask him to have the ball for more than 5 seconds.
He's going to be one of them ones, though, Dan. I think when he scores, I reckon he will open the floodgates.
But yeah, like a goal is going to transform him into.
No, and it will. It does. It does. Some players. Remember Diego?
I think that's a big ask.
Remember Diego Forlan? Remember him?
Who? What's that?
Diego Forlan. You remember Diego Forlan?
Yeah.
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 Couldn't fucking barn door with a banjo for 2 seasons for Man United. Didn't even score 3 goals, I don't think. Right?
No, but the
All
thing
of a sudden,
is,
he scored goals, and that was it.
Yeah, but the thing is with Pablo,
it's
not just about him not being able to score goals. It's him being really terrible with a ball at his feet. And that's the problem. You know, and someone said he's a headless chicken, and that's kind of what he's like, you know.
Yeah.
He runs around like headless chicken. So I'm still not convinced. He's Dad's our job. Shout Dad's our job. Oh no, they said as false 9 and wasn't his position. He's saying he's out of position. Everyone, first time review, he just needs one. Oh man,
maybe you're talking about Forlan versus Pablo. No, I'm not. Listen, I'll always say that. I was the one that said James Ward-Prowse was like Beckham. It wasn't. I said he was as good as Beckham. I just said he's got that technique, the same technique. Went from the wing to the inside. I'm not comparing Pablo to Forlan. Forlan. Sorry, I'm not comparing them at all. Yeah, so just don't spread the rumors like this cunt started spreading rumors. Yeah.
No, it's the way he was just like it was. Do you know what? I don't want to revisit that fucking Beckham.
I don't want to revisit that season, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. So yeah, like I think there are a few more players we could do with selling. Apparently, according to Kieran Maguire, he don't believe that we will go out because we've sold 150 million. He don't think we're going to be selling like spending 100 million on transfers, which I don't think we need to.
Not if we keep everyone. The only thing I would say is about this squad, and I've always said this, even when we was in the thing, it's all right keeping them all together, but we ain't got no bollocks. We didn't have bollocks in the Premier League, and we ain't going to have bollocks in the Championship, because when teams start putting stuff, we need to sign some proper, old-fashioned, old-school players. And that's it.
Yeah, we need some hard bastards. And this is what I've been saying is you go into that Millwall game, and I don't look at a group of players that you go, they'll be up for the fight.
Listen, we went into the Millwall game before in 2003, 2004, and we went to the Den, and I went to the Den, right? And we had Premier League quality players. We had the likes of Airwood, Zamora. We got battered there. And I mean battered. And yes, they had Tim Cahill at the time, but they ran us ragged with the likes of Neil Harris and that, because they fought for everything. And I mean everything. Like, they beat us 4-1 at the Den, and they missed 2 penalties. That's how bad it was. Yeah. And we had Premier League quality players. We had the likes of Daly still playing. You know what I mean? Like the likes of Airwood, Zamora, as I said. I think Carrick might have even been playing. But they battered us. That's because you need fight. This lot go to the Den and they fight like that. They lose 10-1. So
and that's it. I would look to sign, like, maybe you could sign. And listen, I'm not an authority on Championship players, but you go to someone like Charlton and you sign, like their best player who knows what it means to play You know, obviously it's going to be, the temperature's going to be even hotter West Ham, Millwall, and Charlton.
We should be looking at the top teams and taking their players off of them. We should have been looking at that. I know we wouldn't have got him, but we should have been looking at that Hackney, seeing as we needed a midfielder.
Yeah, he's probably long for the Premier League, I think.
Yeah, he was probably long for the Premier League, but I think if we'd have come in early, I think we could have convinced him, right?
Yeah.
We've got to be looking at the Parrot. You know what I mean? Like the top players in this division, we can take them. You know what I mean? We're the Man City of the. This is going to come back to haunt me, but we are the Man City of the Championship at the moment.
That's what I said. That was my
Yeah. So we've got.
Wait a minute, didn't I say that? And then you fucking laughed at me and went, "What? Yeah, all right, that's what it is." All right, fair enough.
We are in terms of like the pulling power, like we are. Yeah, sometimes the pulling downs would have been good right now. He would have, but you couldn't keep him for pre-season just in case we went down.
But we need a balance between the best, but also the
fighters.
work rate and the fight.
We need fighters.
Like I look at the thing is, and it's a shame.
Tatty will fight all day for you.
Yeah, but they'll work, but it's a different work than being in a fucking derby. Like look at that England-Argentina game. That was like basically a preview of, at the moment, West Ham Millwall, because England had a lot of quality, but fucking Argentina were the ones who were playing dirty. They were the ones who were willing to stick it up us and all of that stuff. And we didn't really respond back. You know, you didn't have the play. There's no players in that England team that are going to get fucking down in the
Bellingham
with
will.
them, you know?
Bellingham will, but you couldn't.
Bellingham, yeah, it's maybe to a degree, but still, even though, like, we need that in our team. Tadibo, I think it's a shame that things go the way he is, because I think he's someone that would. You see him at Chelsea away, like he don't mind a scrap. You need a few players like that. We're too nice.
We should have. We should have gone fucking night and day to try and keep Traore.
Yeah.
If I'm honest.
Listen, he's someone.
We should have gone out of our way.
You know, they are going to be kicking us all over that pitch, right? And you need someone that's not going to shy, someone that can fucking get up in the mix with them. And we don't have that at the moment. I've said we're too nice, we're too honest of the team at the moment. So, yeah, I think that's something that needs to be addressed, and players that know derbies, because ever since, like, over the years, you know, you've lost like Nobles and Declan. We've had less players that you look and they go, right, he knows a derby. Like Mark Noble, you know, when that Spurs game comes along, he's getting his kit dirty. He's getting stuck in. You know what I mean? He will fight even in the big games. We're to play Man United. He knows, like, yeah, West Ham fans love to get one over Man United. And he fucking gets up in the mix, mate. Whether it's, you know, going. Remember like him and Pogba, and
that'd be lovely. See if we've just sold them two. I think
the
answer to our problems, to be honest.
I think he is, because he can play on the right, but he can also play on the left. So he's a backup for Bowen, who we need. We can't run him into the ground like we have. But also, when we played him on the left before, we never saw him again. He actually looked really good there, and he gives us that option on the left. So I would love a bit of Traore.
Yeah,
I would love a bit of Traore in the Championship. And like I said, he's that unit. He would just take on the Millwall's team on him by himself.
Yeah.
There's so much disrespect for Fulkrug. Sign him at Spurs. You need a striker, didn't you?
No. Do you know what? Right?
You don't like signing West Ham players.
You can't come into a West Ham chat and talk about West Ham players, right? There's a reason we disrespect him. Yeah. And I will never forget it. I'll never forget it to the day I die. I went to Bournemouth, and this geezer come on at Bournemouth, and he was walking. And I mean walking, when the ball was there, like next to him, and he's walking. And I know he's obviously got the ump, and I know, listen, I do know that the obviously, like, it's a job, and if you're not happy in your job and all that, it's hard to get motivated. But I can't forgive that, mate. I can forgive lack of talent. I can't forgive lack of
Probably
work.
Can't run. His body's battered.
No, he could, because he was running the week before. He came on at Bournemouth and he was walking, and I mean walking.
Yeah, probably still.
He was taking a piss. So don't sit there and say we disrespected him. He disrespected me first. Go and watch your own club.
Well, listen, you know, if a player's shit,
the other day, that was a fucking cracking goal by Fernandes, by the way.
Oh yeah, but it don't matter if in the pre-season, does it? That's not
No,
where
of
it
course not.
counts.
But it was a debut goal. It was 2 minutes into his debut, and he cracked one from fucking 35 yards in the top corner
Uh,
on a volley.
I see Danny Ings score a banging free kick in pre-season. It was, oh wow, that was good. That was it. All right. Don't mean nothing
Yeah.
unless you do it when it counts. Have the shirt numbers been allocated? If Cornet stays, he's got to be 99.
Hey, if he's not, he's missed the trick.
Yeah, it's a chance. Yeah, I think Alvarez is probably in the same umbrella as like Wan-Bissaka or like the World Cup lot are coming back late. I can't imagine he's not been seen in training because like he has no interest in coming back. I think you'll see him. I think he's a professional and you'll see him get on it. You know.
Excuse my yawning, by the way. I'm very tired. I've got to go to Scotland tomorrow.
It's tomorrow you're going.
Yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow. Yeah, I don't want to do backwards and forwards in a day. So go there.
Right. What time are you going?
I'll go about 2 o'clock or something.
Whoever says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm yawning. I've got to travel tomorrow," it's usually something that you've done previously.
I'm tired now, and I've been doing stuff all day, and I'm tired, and I just want to.
He's been on them slushies all day.
Yeah, do you know what I have? I've had a couple of these. You know, they're lovely. Them.
Cool. He's not driving. I guarantee you.
I am driving.
I thought you was getting a plane.
I was trying to get a plane, but the tickets were £450 because the Commonwealth Games are there. So what I'm doing is I'm driving halfway to about Newcastle, and I'm going to stay in Newcastle and then drive the rest of the way the next day.
Right. Fair enough. Yeah, and let's hope we go and do the business because we look good. We looked good the other day.
You should get the train out there driving too much work. I've drove for 10 years. 10 years. Drove everywhere. 11 years, whatever it is. Everywhere. Yeah. In a day. Manchester, Newcastle, been there and back in a day. So Glasgow ain't that much farther than Newcastle. I'll stay in Newcastle for the night, go to the game the next day, get up nice and late, then drive back. If I have to stop on the way back, I have to stop on the way back. But there we go.
There we go. So yeah, like at the end of the day, so far the pre-season, I think, we've got to see some youngsters really step up and shine.
Very impressed with that Stevenage game the other day. Very impressed.
Yeah.
Very impressed. Especially second half. The kids, they fucking stepped up and they was brilliant. But I was very impressed with the way we kept the ball. There's a couple of players who had down. I know we had a couple out with injuries and whatever. But I am not a lorry driver by trade, Mr. Joe. I am a content creator by trade. Thank you very much. And someone just said, you've seen my midnight adverts. That's what I do for a living. Not just adverts, I do all sorts of content. But
there you go. But yeah, I really like the look of that Ajala. I really like the look of him and Fearon combining, which I was really disappointed we didn't get to see more of Fearon last season, considering he looked positive in pre-season. He just disappeared completely.
He seems to be struggling. Urfi. It's gone backwards, Urfi, I think.
Yeah. No, I agree. But Marshall's looking good. I think Galen-Becker's done well in centre back. I think Kilman is the one I'm really interested to see if he can redeem himself. He's got a big redemption arc on his hands this season if he's going to stay, which I think he will. I can't really see him getting snapped up by anyone coming to sign him unless like Nuno desperately wants rid of him. This is a great opportunity this season for him to redeem himself.
Yeah.
Because even though it's the championship, right? If he has a really good season in the championship, it just takes that pressure off of him and it sort of rebuilds his status and reputation up among the fan base. But I think he's got to earn that confidence back from the fans. So I'm not like, oh yeah, we can go into next season with Kilman as first choice. Like, no. Like,
yeah.
It's looking like Disasi might not happen. He's been linked with Palace, but it might not. We are going to have to get to the point where no one else wants him, like in the Prem, and he's still available at Chelsea, and he goes, "Well, fuck it, I want to play football." The Palace move isn't a certainty. They've sold Lacroix to Chelsea, but it still might not mean that Disasi goes to Palace, you know, if the price isn't right. And I think we'd be willing to pay 25 mil.
Yeah.
Whether Palace will at this time for Disasi is another thing. So I think the Disasi thing is something we have to put on the back burner and hope like no one else has really gone for him, and then we can put in a good offer and say,
yeah, I think so, yeah.
Which I don't blame him for not.
No, listen.
Rushing off,
do you know what? I was surprised the other day. I was watching the 2018 Cup final, World Cup final. Or was it 2022? One or two. And he played in the World Cup final. And I was so shocked. I was so shocked to see him come on like that geezer come on. So like the fact that he's even considering it, like good luck to him. And he seemed like he had a good time. I think everyone respected him. And I think he was having such a fucking horrible time. I mean, he wasn't even in squads at Chelsea. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people said he wasn't even fit. I thought he was brilliant. But, you know, he is, you know, getting on in age. I think he should come back. If I'm honest, I think he should go. But Palace are a fucking good club. And they've had a good fucking run over the last couple of years. Yeah. And no one can ever fucking deny that. So
he's not their first choice though, and that's the thing. So no. It's just a case of how long he wants to wait out. And I think for us, offer him a promotion bonus.
They've offered him for 17 million. Go and get him. 17 million
Chelsea
quid.
Offered, we can pay more than that. We can pay for someone like that. And then you keep that Mavropanos Disasi partnership in the Championship, mate. We'll be looking very good. We'll be looking very good. So we've got some holes in, but I think keeping the players we've kept is really good. Is a really good start. And listen, hats off to Jared Bowen for committing his future, because that I think will cement him as a
and I think he will attract people as well.
Yeah.
While we're here, I want you to go and watch a video for me and think it. I'm going to share this screen. Hold on, but just before we say goodbye. But this is what I do for a living now, and this will be of interest to everyone here. Without saying anything, Sam, just cup your ear quickly. He ain't a West Ham fan because he would have attacked you otherwise.
Judging by the outfits. Okay, questions then. How would you rate Big Sam's time at your club out of 10?
Oh, he's scratching his head.
Oh, that doesn't look good, does it?
6.
What nothing answer. 6. I wasn't getting any strong regional accents there as well, so I don't think accents are going to help us in this one.
It's mid-table, mid-range, isn't it? That's a tough one.
What was the best game that you won under Sam? Biggest win?
There was a 4-0 game we won. I won't tell the opponents because it could give something away.
Well, I want to know the opponent, please.
You want the opponent? Sam's going to know. You want the opponent?
4-0, yeah?
Yeah.
Is he going to give the opponent? No.
No,
not really.
Go on.
It's a bit hard.
Give it.
Who was it?
West Ham.
I know who it is.
My first game. Rooney's goal from halfway line. Yeah.
Do you need a question?
No.
I'll take it for you. Since we sort of know who it is.
Yeah.
We think we do.
Who was your favourite player in that team? And we know who it is.
Yeah, it's got to be Rooney on it.
Brain.
Yeah.
It's Everton then.
It's Everton.
I'm an Everton fan.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Now, what is your one question to Big Sam?
Why do you think you weren't given more time?
Politics.
Yeah.
And probably because of people like you get rated.
No, there was
Results-based were good.
Without going too far, there was internal politics at the football club where there was this half for me and this half against me. Remember when they put out I've never ever experienced this or never seen this at any other football club ever in the history of my time, is the commercial manager put out a rating of the manager after, I think in just February. What do you think of the manager and the manager's ratings, like me? And I thought, I've never experienced anything like that.
Did he give you a 6?
I think they give me 6, yeah.
Give me a 6.
I was lucky to get 6 in some places or others, but like we had with the Everton fan, it was, sadly for me, I didn't know ended up quite as toxic as it did, but I know why in the end, because I got told when I left.
And just quickly, were you at that game before now? You were. How was that as a West Ham fan?
Terrible.
There we go.
We better not get bloody copyright strike for that.
You know what? I was just about to say that obviously I am part of that company. They fucking copyright strike. Reece, I'll be after you tomorrow, mate. So don't fucking do that, right?
Well, we'll be going for compensation on that one.
Yeah. But that is what I'm doing now. And listen to me, over at midnight, go and have a look at them, right? We've got some announcements coming up soon. But trust me when I say this, you want to go and subscribe now, right? because there is a fucking massive video coming up on there, a massive one that we're sorting out now, right? I won't tell you what it was because I don't think I'm legally allowed because we've got to go through there is a fucking big one coming up on there. So go and subscribe to that right now. And you'll see a lot of me on there. And go and subscribe to Local Nicky as well, because that is my other channel and there's some big stuff coming on there. But more importantly, stay here because the season is about to start. And if you ain't subscribed to here, subscribe to here, because although you'll see me on Local Nicky at midnight, this is my fucking bread and butter. This is where I live. This is my fucking channel. This is his channel. This is your channel. Yeah? I love doing that. That is my job. But this is our club. This is not a job. This is our fucking club. And this is where we get to talk about people like fucking Hammers News and fucking David Sullivan being cunts. I can't do that on Local Nicky or midnight. So there we go.
There you go. There you go. Well, while we're super plugging, go check out Lawless Live, my video with Jamie O'Hara. I got to dodge him for a while after we obviously got relegated, but yeah, I was on there with Jamie O'Hara. So you go check out that video and see what me and Jamie had to talk about on there while we're plugging away. So Lawless Live, go check it out. But like we said, it's all getting hot and heavy now with West Ham. Obviously, I'm going to be here for the watch along for the Rangers game. Nicky will be up there, getting some fan cams and maybe some other types of content.
And then I'll be in Germany next week. If anyone's going to Germany, I've heard there's 30
what?
People.
Bloody hell. What, 30 fans
30.
going to Germany?
Yeah, 30.
Oh, and you were one of the lucky boys to get a ticket.
No. There's loads of tickets. There's just 30 been bought.
Oh, fucking hell. That's
I think that'll
surprising.
change this week, though.
Very surprising. So, yeah, listen, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. Like I said, we're going to have a lot of stuff coming up on here, and we're excited to get onto the season, but we'll be keeping up with all the news and all of that jazz. So, yeah, have a good one, everyone. One thing left to say. Come on, you Irons.